You've been asking for it, and now here it is. Another tech moment with Redbeard. Wiring Wednesday. Hey guys, look, I'm getting some questions about these wagu clips, whatever you want to call them. I call them wagu clips. If you do a search on Amazon, that's what they come up under. I've been using them for quite a while, several years. I used to use them at work quite a bit. Salmon bogs covered in them. My kid's truck, my truck, I use them all over. So I get asked, are they waterproof? No more than a normal crimp-on connector. They're no more waterproof than that. They are 100% reusable. To my knowledge, I haven't had any that were bad from the start. They come in multiple different styles. I've got a 5-way here. This is a 2-in, 2-out separate circuit. I've got a 1-in, 2-out for both positive and negative, or you can do whatever you want with it. But anyway, the blues all line up, the oranges all line up, and I got another 5-way here. I've got multiple different kinds. Here's one of the 1-in, 1-outs that are coupled here, the blue and the red. So, debating on what to call this little segment here. We joked around about like a Tech Tuesday, but it's Wednesday, and then we talked about maybe a Tech Thursday, but it's Wednesday. So I'm struggling with this. The video probably won't come out till Thursday, but I know. So I guess we're gonna call this Wiring Wednesday. So anyway, I'll do a quick demo here. I got my little NoCo Genius 10 smart charger right here. It's been pretty handy, but it also works as you can set it to be a 12-volt power supply as well. So if you see here, I got the positive hooked up to the white wire and the ground hooked to the green. This is turned off for the time being. So to use these, all you do, I strip back about 3/8 of an inch or so, maybe a little bit over. It's whatever you would normally do to crimp on a connector, right? And so we're going to take this and I'll tell you what, we'll start with the simple one first. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the white wire, it's off my positive, I'm going to put it in the orange side, and you just stick it in and clip it. I mean, when I first got these, I didn't trust them. So I could probably dig around and find the old picture, but what I did was I did a loop, just a wire loop through it, and I hung about 45 pounds off of that wire and hung it from the vise overnight. I just did a loop. I run like a couple pipe wrenches, anything I could find, even an old bearing. I got some big pillar block bearings I was going to make a welding turntable out of. I just hung everything I could hang from it, and it held. I left it all weekend. Come in and I'd slap it around a little bit. They never let go on me. So I don't know what it would actually take to pull them loose. Maybe I got lucky on that one. I guess it would all depend on what gauge wire you're running, But, man, I've run a lot of these. So as you can see there, I got this tied in now. I'll start with this red light here. And so same thing on this one. These are about the only crimpers I use now. These are the Doyle's, and they're the all-in-one, and they got the crimp in the handle. Anyway, they'll also cut the bolts and everything. But man, these are so much nicer than them thin little flat ones I use forever. I'll never go back to those. I cut everything with this. Armored cable. If it'll go through them jaws, it'll cut it. So see that, guys? We're in there. And I give them a little twist up. These are some pretty thin gauge wire. But anyway, so there we go. Let's see, we got a little bit of juice coming through here. Let me get this kicked up on 12-volt supply. And there we go. My ground wasn't connected good in the alligator clip. But there we go, guys. So I've done that. But what if I want to wire several lights together, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this hot. But anyway, I'm going to put the white wire, which connects my positive, into the orange side. And I'm going to put the green wire into my negative side. What I'm using for positive, negative. There is no right or wrong here. But as far as like corrosion from water, I mean, if I was wiring something that was going to be underwater, I probably wouldn't use them. But if it's something you'd be comfortable using a crimp-on connectioner, uh, I don't know why I would. It works just fine for that, and you can't shock yourself. And the little clips, I do tell you, they will pinch you. They bite hard. There we go. So we got that one wired in. Let me trim up another one here. We'll do you got to watch. The only thing you got to watch out for is you don't shove it in too far on the insulation. So you cut about 3/8 of an inch. These are. Let me cut this one back just a hair further. It's kind of embarrassing. I talk about how much I use them and then screw it up. But if I remember right, these are weird. They're wired backwards, these LEDs. So let me see if I can get that in there. I think the white is ground on these. We're going to find out. But anyway, just going by memory here. And then, there we go. And then we'll do another one. I really, guys, these green and white ones are, I use them on everything because I had really good luck with them. Some of these red and yellow ones I did not have. I don't know that they were, I don't know, maybe the Chinese factory, they built them right before break. I don't know. I guess maybe it was Tuesday. That's their day they get to go home early. But we get these put in here. And oh, I didn't bite my white wire here. Normally I'd have all this run out and I wouldn't be working with them all jumbled up here. But there we go. So we got all these wired together. That's it, man. I mean, look how simple that is. I just crimped in 3 of them right there where you're watching. I mean, they work. All the clearance lights on my on my dually, I use these clips for them. They get salt sprayed and everything. They work just fine. The Sammy Mog, like if you've ever seen all the lights on it, they're all wired in with these. No issue. What I like about it is I use these 5-ways for like a common ground manifold. You can put 1 wire in, you'll put a ground on the back, and you got 4 extra grounds off of it, right? So if you're wiring up under the dash or tying in a bunch of blinkers and clearance lights and whatnot, these make it really simple. You could take one of these big 2 into 6, tie a ground into each side, and you'd have a 6-way ground right there, So it's a lot cleaner than having the sea urchin look where you got all the stuff coming off a single screw into your sheet metal, right? And I dare say it's a better setup. But anyway, guys, man, you can just keep going with these. You can use them for anything you want. I use my blinker relays intermittent. I use them on fuel pumps. I use them on all my cooling fans. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't force a wire in. If you're running high enough amp, you're running, you should probably be heat shrinking that and stuff anyway. Which I do use maybe we'll save that for next week's tidbit. But I use a lot of the spliced, they are butt connectors, but they're not the typical crimp-on. They got the soft solder in the middle and the clear tubes. You heat them up, shrink them down. Those are pretty handy too. They're a little bit hard to work with, like under the vehicle, tight confines, where these right here, if you can get your finger to them, you got it. You don't have to fight your crimping tool. I don't know if you ever get up in the dash and you can't seem to get the crimper on the piece because you cut the wire too short. Well, you do this right here, and all you gotta be able to do is strip it. If you can strip it, you can wire it. So I think they're pretty cool. I know a lot of people that use them. My buddy Scott turned me on to these, if I remember right, and I haven't looked back. Like I said, I did that test because, I mean, how can this work? They're cheap, they're reusable, they don't go bad, and I think I ordered like these yellow one, orange and gray ones here. These are the most common ones, and I think they're I don't know, you can get 100 of them for like $15. So what is that, 15 cents a piece? I mean, it's not a bad option. But if you look down in there, like if you do order some, you can see like the actual jaw mechanism, how it works. It's like a spring-loaded jaw, and it's like a cam, and when you flip it forward, it locks that jaw down, and they actually bite in. So you got a little play in the lever, but you're not actually releasing it until you pull it up, and you actually feel it click. So it's pretty nice. Once you hear it click, you know you got it. But yeah, that's how these things work. So this week it's Redbeard's Overthunk Junk Wiring Wednesday. So anyway, that's it. Thanks, guys.